So very good day to everybody. This is advanced programming practice and in today's class we'll discuss about message board app. So here in this class we'll discuss about the initial setup, how you try to create a database model, how you try to activate the models, about Django admin, views, templates and URLs we'll be discussing, and how you try to add new posts, and finally we conduct some tests, okay, to evaluate the model. So this is especially for you, my dear students and young researchers, and you can reach me at dr.christoananth@gmail.com. So before beginning the session, let me thank God for giving me this golden opportunity to deliver this useful session to share my knowledge among my fellow national, international participants, students, and young researchers. So in this class, we'll discuss about the message board app. We discuss about the initial setup. Then just like the earlier classes, like the hello world, how we go with the installation welcome page. Then how you try to create a database model, how you try to activate the models. Then we discuss about the Django admin, about the admin login page, admin new entry, about the views, templates, URLs. Then we discuss about the tests to see how the model is working. Then we discuss about the independent work that has been already given in the Google Classroom. Please submit them, okay, at your best available time. I will be checking them. And at regular intervals, we will have some short videos to discuss the knowledge in our topics. Right. So if you consider Django for this case, everything has its own built-in functions. Okay. We have in the settings.py file, we are supporting the PostgreSQL, MySQL, Oracle, or maybe SQLite also. Okay. So we can say that the Django through the message board app, it is using the SQLite, okay, for designing very small projects. So that is the reason even for beginners it is very useful. So this is the initial setup. First of all, you have to create a new directory in the code. In the desktop, you are going to have MB. Then what you do, you try to install Django in this new virtual environment and you try to create a new project. That is nothing but MB underscore project. Then you create a new app called as the posts. And after creating a new app called as a post, then you try to update the settings.py file. Maybe if you try to create a new directory called as MB, so maybe you can use MB to represent this virtual environment name. Okay, so maybe MB hyphen XXX, that is nothing but random characters, maybe like 1 2 3 or maybe ABC you can represent. So in the message board app, you are going for the initial setup. So maybe you are going to change the directory in the desktop, and in the desktop you will go with the making the directory. I told you the name is just MB. Okay, so make direct. So in the initial setup, we go with the changing the directory to the desktop. We make a directory mkdir. The name of the project is actually MB. You are going to change the directory to MB, and then you have pip in install the Django version. It is 2.1. For example, if you are using the higher version, you can specify the version to be 3.4, 3.7 and so on. Okay. So you will have pip in shell. So within the MB, you will have dollar Django admin start project. The project name is actually MB underscore project. Okay, and then you'll have MB the dollar Python manage.py. You are going to run the local server start app post. Okay, so you are going to tell the Django about the new app post by adding it to the bottom of the install apps. So as I told you in the last two classes, these are the install apps. So within the MB underscore project slash settings.py, we will have install apps, django.contrib.admin, django.contrib.authentication, django.contrib.content types, sessions, messages, static files, and then you are going to add a new command. Okay, that is nothing but posts.apps.postconfig. So this is the new line that you are going with the initial setup. Then what you do in the command line, you will have within the MB $python manage.py migrate. So you are going to migrate. Okay. So maybe if you look in the directory, maybe with the ls command, maybe you will find the db sqlite3 file. Okay. So within the MB, you will have $ls. ls is nothing but listing all the files. So pip file db.sqlite3 mb underscore project. Then you go with the running the local server. So pip file.log manage.py posts. So you are running the posts. So this is the welcome page. Maybe in the front end, if you see 127.0.0.1:8000, you will be having this welcome page. The installation worked successfully. Congratulations. So now you have installed the version. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to create a database model. So you have to create a database model. We can store, we can display the posts, okay, for the users. Okay. So in the real world project, so you can go with the opening the post slash models.py file. So maybe within the posts slash models.py, you will go with from django.db import the models. Okay. So you have to create the models here. Then what you do, you have to within the from django.db import models, you have to go with class post models.model, and in the text you have to specify models.text field. Okay. Then after doing this one, you have to activate the model. Okay. So you have to create the new database model called as the post, which will be having the database field text. Okay. So this is the text field that you will be having. You will be having characters, data, integers, emails, and so on. So when we go with activating the models, you have to create, you have to modify the existing model, and you have to update the Django in a two-step process. First of all, you have to create a migration file, okay, like a make migration command that will generate the SQL command for the pre-installed apps, okay. Then you have to make sure this migration files does not execute the commands, but rather it will be acting as the reference to the new changes to our models, okay. So this thing you have to do. Next one, you have to build the actual database with the migrate command, which is going to execute the instructions in this migration file. So what you have to do, you have to exit the local server by control and then C, and then you have to type within the MB $python manage.py make migration post, and then you have to go with running manage.py migrate post. Okay. So you need not have to include a name after make migration or maybe migrate. You have to simply write the code. Okay. So maybe if we had like two separate applications for our project, you have to update the models in both of the thing, and maybe you can run the make migrations. So it will actually generate the migration file containing the data on both the changes. Okay. So next you will go with the Django admin. So you'll have the content management system. So you'll have a code that will generally access to the built-in admin app. Okay, so where you will have like username. Okay, enter the username, email ID, password. You will have the admin functions. So you'll have within the MB $python manage.py create super user. You have to create a super user. Okay, you'll have everything, and within that you will have an account. Okay, so this is the major outside external users. This is create super user. So username maybe you leave blank. Maybe you can have your own name. Okay, like Shurat or maybe Zohid. Okay, any name you can name, like three letters, just three letters. Okay, and you will set email, password, repeat password, and then super user created successfully. Again, I'm telling you, this will not log in directly. This is external, and within that we will have another one user. Okay, so when you type your password, it will not appear visible. If you type, it will not appear visible. Okay, in the command line. Okay, so restart the Django server. Okay, like 127.0.0.1:8000 slash admin, then you will be seeing the admin login screen. Okay, username, password. Okay, this is the super user. Okay, right. You will see the Django admin homepage. So in the login page, you can update with the post. Okay, post slash admin.py from django.contrib import admin, and from dot models import the post, and you'll have admin.site.register post. You'll have to register the post, and if you try to refresh the browser, you will see this one. Okay, see this one. Welcome WSP. So this is the super user which is being created. Okay, and within that you'll be having groups, users, and then posts. This post only we updated recently. Okay, so we'll create the first message board post for the database. Maybe you can click on this add to add the functionalities. Okay, to add any post. Okay, if you want to. So maybe admin new entry in the post you can put plus add entry. Okay, so this entry you are going to have the text hello world. So this is the first post that you are going to create, and maybe you can go for saving it. Okay. And after doing this one, within the post slash models.py file, add a new function which is str. Okay, so you'll have post slash models.py from django.db import models. Within the class post models.model, you'll have text is equal to models.text field, and define the string self, return self.text. The maximum size is actually 50 characters. So this will actually display only 50 characters, after which it will not display. Okay. So if you refresh your admin page, then you will see how it is being changed. Okay. So you'll have this one. Okay. So hello world that is being created. It is one post. Okay. So this is how you try to include the string methods for all of the models. Generally, it will be improving the readability. And then you'll go with visit slash template slash URLs. Maybe for displaying the content, maybe you can go with views or maybe templates or maybe URL conps. So you can go with post slash views.py from django.views.generic import the list view, and then from dot models import the post. Okay. So here within the home page view, class home page view, you will have model equal to post, template name is equal to home.html. You are going to set the template name. Okay. And then here you are going to import the list view, and second you are going to explicitly define what model you are actually using. Okay, so within the list view you specify the model name and you specify the template model or maybe template reference. Okay, so you'll have list view which is going to return an object called as object underscore list. Okay, so you create a project level directory called as template, and within that you will have home.html. Okay, so within the mb make dir templates, and within that touch templates slash home.html. So here you are going to update the dirs field. This is very important. Okay, only if you update them, then you can actually look onto the templates folder. Okay, so you will have settings.py file. You will have templates equal to dirs. Okay, so this one you are going to add new os.path.join base underscore directory, it is templates. Okay, then you will have the object list. Okay, so you will have the html tag message board home page, that is a h1 tag. You know that h1 is the highest level of heading, and then ul is nothing but unordered list. Okay, so for post in object list, and then list it is post, and then n for content, and then close the ul tag. So you'll have this one within the post slash views.py file from django.views.generic import the list view, and from dot models import the post. You'll have class home page view list view, the model equal to post, template name equal to home.html, and context object name is equal to all post list. So this is the new line that we are adding in order to go with views, the templates, and then URLs. And you have to update the template also. So HTML tag message board homepage, UL tag unordered list, for post in all post list it is post, and then close the UL tag. And after doing all this one, you have to set up the URL confs. Okay, so project level URL.py file you are going to have, and you are going to include this post. Okay, so from django.contrib import admin, from django.urls import path, include the URL patterns. Okay, the path admin, which is nothing but admin.site.urls, and path you are going to include the post.urls. Okay, and you are going to create an app level urls.py file. So within the mb $touch post slash urls.py file, and you have to update this one. Okay, from django.urls import path home page view, and URL patterns you are going to set the path. This is actually the updating. Okay, the path. Okay, so home page view dot as underscore view name equal to home, so it should go to the home page whenever we try to create. So maybe if you go to front end 127.0.0.1:8000, you will be seeing the message board post like message board homepage. This use, remember, that was the h1 tag you specified, and within that we had one post which is nothing but hello world. And maybe you can add new post also, maybe plus add entry, you can go with new post. Okay, so 127.0.0.1 colon 8000 slash admin, you will maybe create one post or maybe two posts or maybe three posts, and click on save if you want. So maybe if you can see, first one is actually hello world, second post is actually second entry, this is working, and third post is nothing but today I built my first Django project. That was the third post. So if you can see in this page, first post, second post, third post, you can see all this one, and maybe you can go for clicking on the add post also. So you will find all these three posts in the home page, message board home page. First post, second post, and then third post. So you can display the formatted post also. So everything works fine. You can add new code and include your first git commit, git and then bitbucket, that you have to do. Okay. So within the $git initialization, and then $git add -a, and then $git commit -m, that is the initial commit. Then after doing all this one, you have to do for test. Tests are for checking the functionality, whether it is working correctly or not. Okay. So you can use a simple test case, and for this you have to use the test case that will be creating a test database. Okay. So it will look like this one: post/test.py, from Django.test import test case, from dot models you import the post, and then within the class post model test, okay, you are going to define the setup post.objects.create, you are going to have a test. Then within the test text content, you will have post equal to post.object.get, you are going to specify the id, and the expected object name you are going to specify as f, and finally self.assert equal, you are going to check whether the tests are performing correctly or not. So expected object name, just a test that it is going to specify. Okay, so maybe if you can run the first test, maybe test text content, you can check how the test is performing. Okay, so you will have within the command line mb $python manage.py test. So you will have this one, creating a test database for default system check, it is running, and it will show ran one test in 0.001 second, it will show, and then okay, this is how it runs the test. And then destroying test database for alias default, it passed. Okay, right. For example, you can test the one, maybe you can show the like http 200 response also, maybe it will be using home view, and it will be pointing to the home.html template. So this is the code: post/test.py, from Django.test import test case, from Django.urls import the reverse, from .models import the post, class post model test, you will have defined the setup, post.objects.create, you will have the text just a test, and then define test underscore text content, post equal to post.objects.get, okay, id equal to 1, and expected object name is equal to f, and self.assert equal expected object name just a test. And after that you will have home page view test. So you will have define setup post.objects.create, you will have the text, this is another one test. Okay, and define test view url exists at proper location, so the response equal to self.client.get, and self.assert equal you will be having, or maybe you are throwing the http response code which is 200. Okay, and similarly for the test view url by name, you will be specifying the response equal to self.client.get reverse home, and then self.assert equal response.status code 200. Similarly for the test view uses the correct template. Okay, so you are specifying response equal to self.client.get reverse home, and self.assert equal the response status code 200, self.assert template used, it is home.html. Okay, and then you will run the test. Okay, so it will show within the python manage.py test, it will show creating a test database, system check identified, no issues found, ran 4 tests in 0.0366 seconds. Okay, destroying the test database, the test passed, it will show like this. So these are the summary of the test. Okay, so our setup methods not only is going to actually go for test, but different tests also it is going to run. Okay, like test text content, test view URL exists at a proper location, test view URL by name, and then test view uses the correct template. Everything, four things it is going to run. Okay. So maybe after we are done, maybe we can add the code for the testing. Okay. So you have to commit the changes to the git. So within the yumb $git add hyphen a, and then yumb $git commit hyphen yum added test. Okay. So this is the independent work, Python 3, while loop, for loop, and then nested loop, break and continue statement. You have to submit them in your Google Classroom. It is already there in your Google Classroom. So please submit them. Wish independent work with the open-ended project work. Don't wait till the end time, till the last time.